Just a second, please. Can you see my screen and can you hear my voice right now? Okay. Hello, everyone. I am Melisa Soyluer from Turkey. I'm an undergraduate student at the Department of Biological Sciences of Middle East Technical University. I'm a junior researcher and a member of Simurg Bird Sanctuary. Today, I'm here to talk a little bit about my experience during our project about the endangered white-headed duck populations in Turkey, which was funded by OSME's Youth Development Fund. And here is my outline. I'm going to divide my presentation into four main parts. Firstly, I'd like to introduce our bird sanctuary and our project. Then I'm going to mention the contribution of the Youth Development Fund and how did our young researchers benefit from it. So, as a young researcher and a member of Simurg Bird Sanctuary, I'd like to start with who are we and what do we do here? Our bird sanctuary was established in April 2019, but we entered on a successful career in bird rehabilitation and conducting scientific studies about the birds in Turkey with our great achievements, which I'm going to mention a few minutes later. And our missions are the rehabilitation and the rescue of sick or injured birds and releasing them back into their natural habitats, and also conducting scientific research about the birds in Turkey. We had 82% success rate in releasing back to nature in 2021. Our team members mainly include veterinarians, veterinarian technicians, wildlife experts, biologists and ornithologists, and also nature enthusiasts. And we are the first and the only member of International Wildlife Rehabilitation Council in Turkey. And what separates us from the other NGOs is we do a lot of scientific studies and publications, and we do science for the sake of the science. And we conducted and supported a lot of awareness-raising events aiming at informing the public about the endangered species and conservation of their natural habitats. And how did we have a chance to meet OSME family? The answer is by the help of our project called Studying Populations and Microscale Habitat Selection of the Endangered White-headed Duck at Lake Mogan. By the way, my background is from our study area, Lake Mogan. Moreover, it's from the breeding area of white-headed ducks. Our project was born as a species conservation project, which was funded by French Embassy in Turkey and Institut Français de Turquie. And since we have a lot of researchers in our project, OSME also came to the stage to fund us. And the aims of our project were contributing to the conservation of these beautiful white-headed duck by studying its microscale habitat preference in the Lake Mogan, and also help raising young researchers in the field of ecology, ornithology, and conservation. We were a crowded team. We reached 71 females and 32 males during our project. And since there's a shortage of female researchers in the field of ecology, ornithology, and conservation, the predominance of our female researchers in our projects was an appreciated aspect that I'm very proud of. Even though we all came from different social and ethnic backgrounds, we were offered to have equal opportunities during our projects, and we always acted in unity. At the beginning of our projects, our project coordinators compiled some online courses for us, and we were offered to take some online courses about learning art, geographic information systems, and basic statistics. And we were also provided a great literature review about the species. And then our regular online training sessions started, and we conducted 21 online training sessions in total. Our coordinators gave lectures about the different waterbird groups, and we were asked to identify them in our quizzes. And various instructors from various universities also gave us lectures about different topics like benthic microinvertebrates and environmental DNA applications, and some more theoretical subjects like formalizing hypotheses and asking scientific questions. And we also conducted 3 big workshops about the use of eBird and the other applications of Cornell University, like Merlin Bird ID, and also eBird data filtering and visualizing in R. And we were also taken into the field trainings to test our bird identification skills. And also we conducted censuses monthly. As young researchers, we had the opportunity to have our own mini projects in the main project. Within the scope of our projects, the young researchers who wanted to have their own mini projects on the areas that they are curious about and they are interested in can have the chance to do so under the supervision of our coordinators. Me and Gencar, who is another young researcher of our team, wanted to have a project about the use of drones in waterbird surveys. And also another team from our project decided to have a study about the breeding phenology of waterbirds. And both of our projects found worthy of funding by the Scientific and Technological Research Council of Turkey. So let me come to the contribution of the Youth Development Fund. During our projects, we as the young researchers, none of us paid any money for anything. All of our expenses like food, transportation to the field, and all of our expenses for our trainings were covered by the Youth Development Fund. And also, one of the aims of our project was reaching out more and more young researchers who are interested in ecology, ornithology, conservation, and thanks to the Youth Development Fund, we could reach many young researchers in that field, and also we could help raising the next generation ornithologists, conservationists, and bird watchers. And also we could contribute to the sustainability of conservation of the species by increasing the researcher capacity in that field. And how did young researchers benefit from it? At the beginning of the project, by the online courses that we were offered to take, provided us some fundamentals of ecology that is required to be an ecologist. And also we learned about the historical and the most recent studies about the white-headed ducks with the literature review. And we developed our waterbird identification skills by the quizzes and our field training. And in that quizzes, we were asked to identify the species by that low quality and real life images from the fields instead of these beautiful and pretty images of the species. And that was a really helpful pre-field activity to get used to identify the birds in the field. And we have that chance to observe some methods in the field of ecology, like survey design and census techniques. They were really basics, but they really worked very well. And we also have the chance to observe how to conduct a scientific study on an endangered species. And we could also learn how to work as a team during our project. As a young researcher, one of the best opportunities for me in our project was having my own mini project. By the help of our projects, I gained experience in asking scientific questions in real-life cases and designing a project and determining the right methodology for the project and execute it in the field. And also me and my friend Gencar want to contribute to the literature with a publication at the end of our project with our results. And Honestly, before this project, I only ever heard about OSME, and I never thought that I could be a part of this huge family. So thanks to this project, I could build some network by attending annual meetings and webinars of OSME, and I had that chance to meet many members from all over the world. And five of our researchers gained access to the digital copy of Simurg. And personally, I had the chance to be a co-editor of OSME Facebook page for a while and a guest writer in OSME newsletter to share some news about our projects and to share my experience during our study. And most importantly, we had a lot of fun during our project, as you can see in that cute pictures. And I'd like to thank our volunteers, our coordinators, and all of our collaborators from different universities, from different laboratories, for giving us that chance to to benefit from their great experience and for guiding us on the long journey that we're just about to take as next conservationists, biologists, and ecologists, bird watchers. And I would like to thank Institut Francis de Turkey, sorry for the pronunciation in French, and French Embassy in Turkey, and all of the OSME Council and all of the OSME members for making us possible to have that amazing experiences. And thank you all for listening. If you do have any questions, I'd like to answer it right now. If you want to contact me, you can find me on Twitter and Facebook. And also, if you want to follow our bird sanctuary, you can find us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. And also, we have a website called dikgroup.com for our project. Dikgroup means white-headed duck in Turkish, by the way. And it's in Turkish, but we can help in translation. And thank you all for listening.
Wow. Thank you, Melisa. That was absolutely fantastic. Everybody on your course, are they all as excellent as you? With the first question.
Thank you.
That was superb. Thank you very much. That's a fantastic presentation. I'm delighted that OSME were able to support your project, and I know that we're in the process of supporting your project for 2022 as well through our Youth Development Fund. But thank you very much for that. I did receive a sort of a project report from Ibrahim Khan a couple of days ago, which I have to say was probably one of the best reports that I've ever read about the implementation of a project. So thank you very much for that overview of your work. I've got one question from Richard Pryor in the chat box. It starts with a comment, great to see the younger generations following the right path. And the question was, did the drone cause any disturbance to the birds?
We're just about to study about it, actually. Yes, it's absolutely did some disturbance for the birds, but we will investigate it with some different techniques, some different altitudes, some different speed of drones, some different camera angles, and we will we will just try to answer it. Which is the best methodology and best for the birds instead of disturbance by using drones in the waterbird surveys.
Thanks, Melisa. That's very good. A couple of additional. So here's a comment from Layla. Great presentation and super inspiring, Melisa. How do you think the trajectory looks for young birders globally? Hearing this, I feel like it's very, very promising.
Sorry, I just have an internet connection problem. I'm just reading the comments right now.
Yeah, so the specific question was, how do you think the trajectory looks for young birders globally?
This project, guided us in terms of the ecology and ornithology, and as a young researcher and a bird watcher, I really gained a lot of experience with this project. And we as Turkish students do not have that chance to observe some field experience or anything applied in the field of ecology, just because of our education system. So for the young birders, we just wanted to have some more and more open-minded, more perspective aspects for these bird watchers from Turkey, just to connect the global bird watchers. And we're just studying about it, actually. But by the help of our project, we did really good connections globally. We did really good connections from all over the world. And that really helps us on the long journey that we're just about to take in as young conservationists and biologists.
That's great. Thanks, Melisa. And yeah, as I said, OSME will do all we can to continue supporting your project and your team at the university. Comment from Richard Porter: that presentation deserves a wider global showing, which we will make sure that we do that through posting this onto YouTube, and we'll promote it sort of going forward.